Hello. I am here to discuss emotional abuse. Okay, because not all the time when you're in a relationship with somebody, it's not always physical, but there can be emotional abuse going on, and that's toxic, and that's something that you want to avoid. You don't want to be caught up in a situation like that. So I have got some signs for you ladies and gentlemen to watch out for. The first one is fear and intimidation. Your partner may threaten you verbally, physically, or even with a weapon if it gets to that, because sometimes it can get to that. But they're threatening you and telling you, like, you can't do this, or I'll do this to you, or this and that. So when they're trying to cause you to, and even if because I'm a strong woman, I don't care what nobody say to me. I'm gonna be like, I ain't never scared. But at the same time, if that's what they're trying to put in you and cause fear in you, then that's a sign of emotional abuse. Okay. Second one is isolation. Now, there's nothing wrong with getting your alone time in, and sorry, you guys, my eye was itching a little bit over here in the corner. There's nothing wrong with you having that alone time with your significant other, your partner, and just having y'all time. But when they're trying to isolate you from your friends, your family, and like outside activities and stuff like that, then that's another form of emotional abuse. And they try to, I feel like a lot of times, because I was in a situation like this, I feel like it's easier for them to say the things they want to say and treat you the way they want to treat you, and it's not right when nobody's not there. When nobody's there to say anything. So that's a lot of the reason why they try to do the isolating, is because they don't want you to be around people who can speak out against it or stop them from doing that, or just see what they're doing. They don't always want people to know, like, oh, they don't want people all up in their business, so it can keep happening, so it can continue. Another one is when they say that I love you early. Now, there ain't nothing wrong with loving people, but when they just drop in the I love you, and their actions ain't really aligned with what they got going on, what they saying is not what they doing, then yeah, they're just using that I love you to pull you in and get you to like let go of those walls that you got up, that's to try to protect, that you're using to protect yourself. They'll just like so you can let your guard down. Say I love you too soon. They'll say I love you. Another sign is when your partner is being degrading. Okay, and no excuses, ladies. No excuses. It's not okay for your partner to say things like you a thought, you a hoe, you a bitch this, bitch that, slut. Like, you doing dicks, you out here being a thought. All those words, all those degrading words, toxic, and it's emotional abuse. And then other things, because they can say anything, like just anything to try to put you down, anything that's gonna try to degrade you as a woman. That's a sign of emotional abuse. Next one is possessiveness. That's when they're stopping by your house, coming to your job, going to your friend's house, doing pop-ups, doing drive-bys, trying to catch you doing whatever they think you're doing, when you're probably 9 times out of 10 just going and just handling your business, or just being out and about and not even doing nothing with anybody else. You're not cheating or flirting or doing something you're not supposed to, but they're trying to do pop-up visits to try to check in on you and see what you're doing. That's another sign of emotional abuse. And constantly calling you on your phone. When they blow you up 30 missed calls, 40 missed calls, they constantly calling you, and you've done already communicated that you're doing something and this and that. That's just them being possessive. They're trying to figure out where you at, who you with, what you doing. How long you gonna be doing it? This and that. Like, they're trying to keep tabs on you for every second of the day just because they just want to know what you're doing. Like, and it's not being genuinely concerned about your well-being. Is she okay? No, this is just to know what you're doing, to to like your child, keeping track of you, being overly possessiveness. Okay, waiting outside your house, wait until you get home to see if you was really gone. And if you was really out with shopping with your friends like you said you was. That's that overly possessiveness. um Jealousy, that comes a lot with a lot of insecurity within that person, not you, but them. They're feeling insecure about the relationship, and they might like wrongly accuse you of flirting or cheating. Say, oh, I seen you looking at this dude for too long, you must like him. Or, oh, I seen, you had messaged him on Facebook, or you might have liked the picture and all that, and you must be talking to them just because you did something so little, and it was nothing like that. Wrongly accusing you of flirting or cheating, and saying things like, you're doing too much, you be in niggas' faces, why are you out, you being overly friendly. And there's nothing wrong like with socializing and talking, but if you're not doing nothing that's inappropriate and they're sitting there accusing you of flirting and cheating, they're jealous. Okay? Jealousy. That's another thing. When they constantly accuse you of doing things, it's another sign of emotional abuse. Sexual coercion. I hate saying this word. Or manipulation, when they're like, oh, if you don't want to have sex with me, you must be thinking about somebody else. Or if we're not having sex, then, you must be fucking somebody else. Excuse my language. Or having sex with somebody else. But they're trying to manipulate you into having sex when you really don't feel like it. And there's nothing wrong with having sex. I'm not trying to like down anybody for wanting to get their pleasure or whatever. You know what I mean? But when they're trying to like come at you because you don't want to have sex, yeah, that's a red flag. Another sign is when they try to deny. These are my notes, you guys. That's why you see me looking down on my notes. Deny, minimize. They blame you for why they say the things that they're saying. Like, for example, this guy would be like, I don't respect you because you're not respecting yourself. I'm sorry, I gotta put a face onto it. I'm sorry, I had to do the face. Like, when I be saying stuff like that, it be making me put the face on. But that's what they be saying. Like, if you wasn't doing this, I wouldn't do that. Or this, if you wouldn't have been talking like this, I wouldn't have never said that. Or if you would never did this, no. You can't blame me for why you want to disrespect me. Okay? If you disrespected me, that's because that's what you want to do. You grow, you make your own decisions. Can't nobody make you do anything. And they want to blame you for their abusive behavior or accuse you of being crazy, and that's the cause of why they repeatedly doing what they do. Oh, you crazy, you acting wild, you wilding out here and this and that. That's why I gotta say the things that I say. That's why I do the things that I do, because you acting like this. That's that whole trying to not hold themselves accountable and make it seem like it's your fault for why they're acting crazy. No. And the last one is manipulation, desperation, when they're like, you're the only one for me. You're the only one who ever loved me. Or I'm the only one that'll ever love you. And stuff like that, when they're feeling like, trying to say, you're the only one who's going to be able to understand me. When they're trying to sit there and do that to you and play that game, come on now. No, that's not true. That is not true. You will find somebody else out there that can love you the way you need to be loved. You can, find somebody out there that's going to treat you the way you need to be treated, respect you, even when y'all having a disagreement. So I just want to give you guys some signs to look out for before you're deep in it. sometimes, I mean, you might not be able to recognize it before it's too late. Because, I mean, crazy people, man, they could have a good way of hiding it until it's like they got you wrapped in there, and then you're like, dang, dude, you never used to act like this. Like, you never used to say any of these things, or you never used to do any of these things until they feel like they got you, and then now they're ready to, show you their real colors. But sometimes they slip up and they show you early. So signs to look out for is for someone who wants to cause you to feel fear or intimidation. They're trying to isolate you from your family, your friends, or outside activities, anything outside of them. Saying I love you too early, being degrading, being possessive. Now, there's nothing wrong with your man saying, hey babe, how are you doing? Are you having a good day? Stuff like that. That just makes you feel so good inside. But when they're just asking you to and they're asking, what are you doing? Where are you at? Who you with? When you come home? When they're just doing that constantly, and they're just trying to be overly possessive, trying to clock your every move to see everything you're doing, that, doing those pop-ups, stop-ups, drive-bys and all that, yeah. Red flag, girl. Red flag. Get away. Run for the hills. He crazy. Jealousy, sexual coercion, trying to get you to have sex and saying like, oh, you must be messing with somebody if you don't want to have sex, stuff like that. Denying how they treat you, or blaming you for why they treat you poorly. Like, I only act like this because of that. Stuff like that, And then the last one is manipulation and desperation. And trying to manipulate you into believing that they're the only one that could ever love you. Those are the signs of emotional abuse and some red flags to avoid when you're in a relationship, so you don't end up with the wrong person and you don't end up being tied in to a crazy person. Because you know what? You deserve love. You deserve the real thing. You deserve the best. And these are just some signs to look out for, you guys. I love you guys. And I hope you have a beautiful night. And it was a great day for me today. Tomorrow is my church anniversary. I'm just so excited, and I'm so happy you guys are here. I want you to go ahead and like this video if you got any value, if there was anything that you liked, or you feel like someone out there could hear, and maybe they can start seeing the signs in their relationship. Anything, you can go ahead and share the video, like this video, subscribe to my channel, you guys. I love you, and have a great night. Sorry for not posting. I have not posted in a while, but I will be more consistent, and stay tuned. Make sure to also comment any topics that you guys want me to discuss. I'm talking anything you guys feel like someone needs to hear about. I'm more than willing to do some research and get a better understanding and help you guys to understand and teach myself things as I'm teaching you guys, and we can learn together. So until next time, I love you guys. Stay blessed and stress less.